Tell me about this recipe.
So yeah, this actually comes from Carl's grandma, Dorothy Mall, who's since gone, but it was from the Turkey Cookbook, and they're part of the Turkey Coffee family. And so, and then Aunt Lorna, Carl's aunt, showed me the recipe one time, and I'm like, I gotta make this. And so we made it. It's just absolutely wonderful. You serve it warm, and it's got this almost custardy type flavor, and it's just wonderful.
Comfort food, and again, the ingredients are really simple. You'll probably have most of them on hand, and it's kind of like a little love, and it smells amazing when it's baking.
It's really, really good.
Now I really want to have a German dinner party, and just start out with the soup and kind of move on to different courses and pull out that great dessert. I'm excited about it.
No, it's going to be really good.
Okay, so you've got me working on basically 2 egg whites.
Right. We're going to keep the yolks, and then you're going to beat up the 2 whites.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, I'm going to get the cheese mixture started, and if Ann could just swing around and grab that pan for me, that's right over there. That's what we're going to put the other stuff in. So right now I'm putting a pound of cottage cheese in here, along with a ½ cup of sugar. Okay. So this is going to all mix together.
And that's the part we were both saying. Cottage cheese, boy, it seems like it would be weird in there, but you're not going to taste the cottage cheese.
And that's what I thought. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to taste this cottage cheese, and no, not at all. And then we're going to take the 2 egg yolks that you have over there, and I'm going to put those into here.
Now, do I need the yolks? So we're using the yolks.
Yeah, we're going to use the yolks. We're going to mix those in.
Good. And the whites I need to beat until they're
beat until real nice and fluffy. Yep. Okay. So because we're going to eventually fold those into this mixture. And so then it's going to be ½ a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. A teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of flour. So that all goes in there. And then just mixing this together again. Real simple.
What are you looking for these whites? Do you want them to be kind of like
I want to see a little peak on there, because it gives it just a little nice texture at the end. It's like I said, almost a custardy. And then this is going to be half and half, or you could even use heavy cream, whatever you prefer. But it's got to be a little thicker to mix in here.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be the filling part of it, and then when you get done with that, we're going to start in on the crust.
You bet. I love these old-fashioned desserts, There's just nothing like them.
And they refer to heavy cream, to actually taking it off of the cream when it was sitting out on the porch. This isn't, you go to the store and get it, you have to wait to get it.
Right. Then it's really good.
Yes.
I love looking through my grandmother's cookbooks, and you'll see her pencil marks and things like that,
Yeah, it's incredible. And then they call this a Mirbetea crust, and it's another German name. And I said to my aunt, I said, well, I'm going to kill it, but I'll try.
How are these looking? A little bit more?
That looks good. That looks great. And then I will have you fold that into here.
You bet.
And then in the meantime...
So it's almost like a souffle.
Yeah, it is. And then in the meantime, now this is going to be our crust. So this is a cup and a half of flour that's going in here.
Now, does this need to be real smooth, or is this looking pretty good?
That looks good.
Okay, so a little bit of...
And that just doesn't... You don't even taste it, nor the consistency of it in the end. It's just and then we just fold that in, and we're all set. And then we're going to put 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar in here. And then I'm going to take a knife and just lightly chop a ½ cup of butter. So it's just, basically like a pie crust. We're going to be, just breaking this up a little bit. Put that right in here. And then lastly, we're going to add a little milk and an egg to this too. So it's all going to get mixed up. And first we want to get the butter and the flour mixed up. And then, we just pat this down in the bottom. And then, because of the custard part, when it starts setting up, you think, oh, it looks too runny. That looks good. That's perfect.
I can just tell this is going to be lovely, 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 lovely.
So, so we're just going to get this incorporated.
So this is the crust, and again, it was just butter. I like the idea of using butter.
Yeah, butter, flour, sugar.
Sugar, okay.
And then at the end,
you want it kind of pebbly?
Yeah, pebbly, just like a pie crust.
Okay.
Yep. So we're getting close there. And then we're going to mix this egg, so we'll just kind of stir that up a little bit with a fork.
Sure, right in here before we put it in.
Yeah, right in there would be great. And then that's going to go in next. And then lastly, our milk. And then you want it so it's, not too dry. So if it looks a little dry, we can always add a little more milk.
Okay, got it.
So we'll put the egg in now.
Egg goes.
But it's neat to be able to make this with Alicia, and I told her that it came from her great grandma, and so it's nice to have the history of it.
I agree. I totally agree. I mean, I'm all about one of my sayings is, I assign in every one of my cookbooks, cook up some memories, because it's not about the food, it's about the traditions and the memories and passing those on.
And I so liked that when I saw that, when you were saying, you sat there in the middle of the night, and that's usually how I come upon something. It's like, all of a sudden, yeah, there it is.
Yep,
you got the idea.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's looking pretty good. So then we're just going to lift here, and now we're going to pat this into a 9x9 pan.
Okay. Do we need to even grease it or spray it or anything?
No, because there's so much butter.
Okay, good. Good.
It'll be all set. And you can see, nice and buttery.
It's beautiful.
It's terrible. Yeah. So I'm going to just take this paddle out of our way, and we can start patting. There we go. All right.
The best way is just to kind of use your fingers and get it in there?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And
so you don't have to roll it at all, which is good.
Yeah, this is just like you say, one of your recipes, let's just get it done and get it to our family. So, sorry for flinging stuff around here.
You're fine.
All right. And we're just going to to the bottom, we don't have to go up the sides at all, which I thought was kind of unique too, because I thought, well, is it going to run all over? But it doesn't. It it sets up very nicely. Okay.
Oh, this crust is real easy to work with.
Yeah, real easy. You don't have to. It's perfect. It's because like with a pie crust, everybody is so intimidated by a pie.
I am. I know I am.
Well, sometime you and I will have to make a pie on the show because I've got a secret ingredient that it'll never go south again.
It's scary, and it can be a mess, and got flour all over, and it can sometimes it's one of those things where every time
and then somebody says, oh, it's terrible, it doesn't taste good, or it's too tough, or we've heard it all.
Yes, exactly. So then this goes on top.
Yeah, it just pours right in.
And you can see it's nice and thick, so.
That's what I like about it. And it's, boy, I'll tell you, when it came out of the oven, you serve it warm, it was just fabulous. And you could serve it with ice cream or something like that, but it's so nice on itself, you don't need anything.
A little cinnamon on top, right?
Yes, a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and so just to give it that real nice look about it.
Oven temperature for this?
350, 30 to 40 minutes. I like to check it always early so you're not burning it.
Yes.
But usually about 30 minutes at 350. And then we'll know when it's done if you just do the little shake and it's not shaking anymore. And you could always do the little poke, with a toothpick or whatever too. But
good tip, because you don't want the eggs. It's a custard.
Yeah, so
it's
a custard.
To be runny, but it's not going to be hard like a cake. So we've been smelling this all morning. I'm just so excited about it. I love just different recipes, and this is one of them.
Well, yeah, and it's been a tradition for how many years, and then you think about it's just so easy.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really tried it for a while.
They were doing stuff back then. I think. So, it's so funny. All this old food is new again. You'll probably find this at a restaurant in New York City.
I was going to say somebody will have the idea.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh, and if you could smell this,
it is just fabulous.
Now you like to serve it warm.
Yes.
And do you just slice it?
Just slice it with a knife, and and then just put it right on the plate. Oh, it's so good, Amy. You're going to enjoy it.
I can hardly wait. Do you need to let it set up a little bit before you cut it?
Preferably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let it set up 5-10 minutes before it'll cut better that way.
It'll cut better that way, and you're gonna love it.
Oh,